for Doug to come online to record tonight's episode or the other day's episode, whatever episode that was.
If it is tonight.
Yeah, or this morning. Right? That was Doug. He is here, obviously. I was messing around with ChatGPT, and I was just giving it weird prompts, and I think this one might be a show that we could pitch to Nickelodeon. So I said, write an episode of Double Dare, but all the quiz questions are about heavy metal, and the physical challenges involve blood. So clearly ChatGPT kind of knows what Double Dare is, but I don't know, this came out so much better than I was expecting. So I'm going to read to you this episode that it came up with. Welcome to a special episode of Double Dare, the game show where contestants answer trivia questions and compete in physical challenges for the chance to win big prizes. Today's episode is all about heavy metal, so get ready to rock and roll. See, it's already like, kind of jive, just like an out of touch game show producer would do.
And if you're doing a kids show for a game show about heavy metal, that probably is your opening. I have to give it credit.
Yeah. Our two teams are the Iron Warriors and the Metal Militia. So they used to name the teams on Double Dares. This is perfect. They will answer questions about heavy metal bands, album covers, and famous rockers. But be warned, these questions are not for the faint of heart. For our first physical challenge, so it goes straight to a physical challenge, which Double Dare did open with? The Iron Warriors, hang on, both teams apparently get their own physical challenge. The Iron Warriors must navigate a maze filled with metal obstacles, while the Metal Militia, must smash through a wall of concrete blocks with their bare hands.
You gotta sign a hell of a waiver for this show.
Yeah. Now, on to our next round of trivia questions. So, they haven't asked any yet, but here is the next round. Which band released the album Master of Puppets? Easy one. What is the name of Ozzy Osbourne's first band? Easy one. Which legendary guitarist played with Black Sabbath before going solo? Tony Iommi never really went solo. He released solo albums, but he never left Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
So that's a trick question. The Iron Warriors and Metal Militia are neck and neck, but who will come out on top? For our second physical challenge, the teams must compete in a headbanging contest. But there's a twist. The team with the most headbanging points at the end must also eat a plate of raw liver.
Yeah, okay.
All right. As we head into the final round of questions, the tension is high. Who will win the grand prize trip of a heavy metal festival in Europe? Is that like attending or being in charge of? It's not clear. Which band is known for their signature stage makeup and costumes?
Kiss.
That does not narrow it down, though.
Is it Kiss?
Well,
everyone's favorite heavy metal
it doesn't
band?
give answers.
Oh.
But it could be any band that dresses up like Immortal or Dimmu Borgir or Turisas, etc. What is the name of the iconic guitar riff from AC/DC's Back in Black? It doesn't have a name. I love the questions. All right, the final physical challenge is a test of endurance. The teams must endure a shower of blood as they search for a hidden guitar pick in a pool of gore. It's a messy challenge, but the teams are determined to come out on top. And the winner of today's heavy metal edition of Double Dare is The Iron Warriors! Congratulations! You have won the grand prize and the title of Ultimate Heavy Metal Champions. Thanks for tuning into this special episode of Double Dare. We hope you enjoyed the heavy metal trivia and physical challenges, and we'll see you next time.
All right, that was too good. We're looking at the end of the world here.
It was. And as of recording, I think this is ChatGPT-4. So as we're recording, so I only wonder what happens when the next one comes out.
Oh, it's taking notes on you. We know that much. Well, is Double Dare... Well, because there's that other, the jungle one, and I associate that more with finding something in something.
Oh, yeah, that was... so Double Dare did have the thing where you had to find the flag during the obstacle course at the end, like in the muck. So a guitar pick in the gore while being showered with blood is actually pretty close to the show.
Okay.
What was the Legends of the Hidden Temple? Was that the other one?
Yeah.
Where like they had to get the pieces of the amulet or some shit. I forget.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And it was a very linear path. Like
well, because kids like video games, so it's supposed to be like a video game. I think.
Never connected the dots, but yeah, that makes sense. It's a platformer in real life.
All right, so also I was looking up the 2023 movie release dates for every major film coming out this year, and I don't know. I thought we could blast through this and decide, without watching these, of course, if these upcoming movies are metal or not. And some of these are already out, but let's go through them anyway. Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Check out our Avatar 2, The Way of Water review now or in the future, depending on when this is released.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods, March 17th. No, not metal. The Magician's Elephant, March 17th. Again, not metal. John Wick
Sounds kind of prog metal. Like a concept record. Yeah.
All right, John Wick Chapter 4. How do you feel about sequels?
It's rarely been done well.
Yeah, well, apparently, I mean, like...
Well, I'm talking about metal records. The metal, I hear that's actually pretty good, and those have been pretty consistently good.
Isn't John Wick Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves. Pushing 60, still doing the same thing.
He does not look 60. What happened to the other guy in Bill and Ted?
I don't know. Did you ever watch Face the Music? I never got around to it.
I think I did, but it must not have been memorable. All right. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves.
It's going to lean into the game too much in a way that's too cute, but it'll be okay.
All right, how about this one? It comes out March 31st, came out March 31st on Apple TV Plus. Tetris.
I hear it does some like video game backdrops and things in reality, like they cross the line there. But it's a good story.
How was that possible? I was expecting you to pan this.
Well, do you know the backstory of Tetris?
I know the story of Tetris. Is that what this is about? Is it about getting? Okay, so now that's different. Getting Tetris out of the Soviet Union.
Yeah,
is fascinating. Okay, yeah, 180 on that. All right, the Super Mario Brothers movie, April 7th.
No.
I have a feeling I'll be seeing it though. All right.
Not even what's more metal? Position on Chris Pratt.
Yep. Well, I think we all agree Chris Pratt shouldn't have been the voice of Mario. But
I'm not saying that, Tim.
Oh well, I think we all agree.
I'm sure many people agree with a lot of things.
Well, I will say the 90s Mario movie, although terrible, was way more metal than this one is.
It is a pretty metal movie, actually.
All right. Evil Dead Rise.
No.
That's probably going to be metal, but it's probably not going to be good.
Is this a sequel to the remake, or is this...
I have no idea. That's a very good question.
Bruce Campbell.
Watch out for that tree. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. No, that's not going to be metal. Yet another Little Mermaid.
The crassness of it's got a metal.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
No.
Nope.
Done with Marvel.
Right. Yeah, so when were you done with Marvel? Because I was done at Iron Man 2. I'm like, all right, I've had enough. And that was a surprisingly long time ago.
Yeah, no, I was done after the first Guardians movie, which, to be clear, is just fine. It's just I don't need to see...
You don't need 3 of them a year.
Yeah. I get it.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Nope, done with that, too.
If it's similar to the most recent one, it won't be bad, but it won't be metal. All right. Transformer Rise of the Beasts. No, I'm done with Transformers, too. The Flash is getting a movie. All right. I can't believe I'm saying this sounds like a joke from The Critic. Indiana Jones 5.
Nope.
With an even older... They shouldn't have made 4. So, I mean, how big was the dump truck of money they drove up to Harrison Ford's house?
Yeah, the 4 was a complete piece of shit. Honestly, even Crusade is merely so-so, and we won't take a position on Temple. But it's really just Raiders, I'm sorry to say.
Right. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I hate it because there's 2 subtitles.
Unfortunately or fortunately, all the mission... I feel like such a fucking shill, but they've all been great since number 4, and I'm sure that will continue. And they've done a good job both... just how it works. Tom Cruise doesn't even play a character. Ethan Hunt is just... Tom Cruise's an avatar of Tom Cruise's personality. There's nothing there.
Which was the one he did the stunt on the jet with?
Oh, was that Rogue Nation?
That sounds right. Yeah.
And they're all. Here's the thing: the first movie for us fans of the original show was a fucking insult because they turned John Voight played what's his name? Why am I blank? Jim Phelps for no reason, who they turned into a villain for no reason, but actually followed the structure well. Then we get the second movie, which is just a James Bond movie. But from 3 forward, they've really embraced what the TV show was about and kept Tom Cruise front and center in the weird he's not a character way, and they've all been great, so they're going to keep being great. I hate to say.
That part 1 bothers
metal
me.
To say.
Part 1 bothers me. All right, Barbie. I have a feeling I'll be taken to that one. Will it be metal? I don't know. There's just the sheer consumerism. Maybe. Let's see. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
The first Ninja Turtles movie is surprisingly decent and metal. I have not seen any of the rest. Obviously, the whole setting and the stupidity of the plot and all that, or the scenario is all that's pretty metal.
All right, Gran Turismo. So, isn't that the arcade game? Or like a PlayStation game or something?
It is
just a racing game. Like, how is there a movie?
Is it a real place?
I don't know. Blue Beetle comes out after that. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's another racing movie, but this time it's a Volkswagen. All right. And then September is all sequels, it seems. The Equalizer 3, The Nun 2, and The Expendables 4.
Thumbs down to all.
All right. October, we got The Exorcist.
Is it a straight remake?
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a remake. And I'm always annoyed at people complaining about remakes because you can just watch the original. Like, the original doesn't go away, Well, it didn't used to go away. Maybe now with streaming services it does go away. But yeah, it's going to be all jump scares and it's going to be less creepy.
I will say, and you may disagree with this, but hear me out. At least William Peter Blatty's version of Catholicism is metal as shit.
I agree with that.
And I have a love-hate thing with William Friedkin, who did the first one. It is a classic. I don't like how he tortured the actors to get there. The second movie is just whacked out as shit and is not. It's certainly worth watching, but the third movie is incredibly underrated. If you haven't seen it,
wasn't the third movie not supposed to be The Exorcist? They just slapped the name on there. It was like a different script.
It's the same characters. It's based on a novel called Legion, but they put Exorcist in the title, and then they added this rock and roll, ridiculously gory exorcism at the end. But that movie has the best jump scare ever done. Look it up on YouTube if you haven't seen it. And
I might just have to watch the movie
through
again.
and through.
All right.
Do you remember the thing with the fourth one?
No.
So it's
I remember. Well, that came out way after the third one, right? If I remember correctly.
Third one was like 1990. So the fourth one was made. The first version of it was made by Paul Schrader, who's like Martin Scorsese's writer. I mean, to Bring Out the Dead. He's a big name, but it was too talky and not enough horror. So they brought in hack extraordinaire Rennie Harlan to remake the same story. And they reshot 90% of the movie with the same cast, apart from one person, and the same fantastic cinematographer. And so you have this one. And anyway, they released it. It bombed. And then they had the Paul Schrader version sitting on the shelf. So they're like, fuck it. It's Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist. And they got a Baltimore band, Dog Fashion Disco, to do the score. And released it, and it's okay. It's not great, but if you want to see a very serious version and a total schlock version of the same movie made by the same people, except the principal creative, it's a very interesting experience.
Dog Fashion it's weird that you bring them up, because after not thinking about them for decades, there's a new venue being opened by the owners of the 930 Club in DC, and Dog Fashion Disco's playing it, but it's not a huge venue. So they're having all these big names come in and do very overpriced intimate shows.
And it's like a faux recreation of the original 930 Club.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So you know about it.
Yeah.
All right. Saw 10.
Nope.
Nope. Dune Part 2. November 3rd. We're into November now.
Denis Villeneuve is an amazing filmmaker. The original movie was excellent. It's great they get to finish the story. It's also kind of incredibly boring. But I can't complain about a single thing in that movie. I mean, they nailed it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look great. Now, whether it holds your attention is a different question. It'll probably be metal.
And Dune's always been this amazing Rorschach test to people. Was it this great work of epic fantasy in a line, the same line as Lord of the Rings, or is it just the greatest, most obvious white savior story that's a painful allegory of the Middle East? And colonialism ever made? And it's in the eye of the beholder. I don't have an answer.
For some reason, I had Mad Max in my head. I was like, that doesn't pay. Oh, wait, no. Dune is different. Dune is not Mad Max. All right, let's see. Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget.
Is it still claymation or not clay?
I hope so. That's a good question. Because they could make them so much faster if it was like faux clay stop motion with a computer. But I don't know. I'll see that one. I don't think it'll be metal though. The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I didn't realize there were so many books. Unless we're beyond the books.
The Hunger Games. It's kind of they're like the Avenged Sevenfold of books and children's movies. They're fine. You'll discover Megadeth eventually, kids.
All right. We're into December now. Wonka. I guess it's a Willy Wonka prequel?
Probably dark and stupid.
Yeah, you remember Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Tim Burton version of Willy Wonka, and for some reason they gave Willy Wonka a backstory he doesn't need about how his father, played by Christopher Lee, was an evil dentist. So I don't know.
I have to say I almost have sympathy because Tim Burton is a hack and always has been, but people are figuring that out now, and it's unfortunate because he does have some vision. I'm almost in the position of defending him, even though he ruined Batman.
Yeah. Untitled Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel, December 20th.
Nope.
What? You don't want to see what CGI Ghost Egon's going to do next? Oh, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the first one, you shouldn't have listened to what I just said. All right. The Color Purple.
A remake?
I guess so.
I guess it was a
December
book.
20th.
It could be good. I don't off the top of my head if it's metal.
All right, and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, December 25th. Nope. All right, that's it. So that's I skipped a lot of these Netflix releases somehow got on here. I skipped many of those. But so there you go. There is your guide to metal movies in 2023. Well, most of the rest of 2023. I encourage you to, after listening to the movie, watching the movie, come back and re-listen to this episode because guaranteed Doug got him exactly right. Guaranteed.
And you'll get our hot takes on metal records when we feel like it. Maybe we'll go the 2024 movies.
All right. Until next time, Metal Nation, keep your claymation stop motioned.
Cast them down.
Can't fucking wait for Chicken Run 2.
We're consistent. We don't like any new Ghostbusters.